Thanks. Please, everybody have a seat. Everybody have a seat. Have a seat. So, what's been going on while I've been gone? and hopefully it will be interesting. You know, when I said in 2004 that there were no red states or blue states, they're the United States of America, that was an aspirational comment, but I think it's, and it's one, by the way, that I still believe in the sense that when you talk to individuals one-on-one, there's a lot more that people have in common than divides them. But obviously it's not true when it comes to our politics and our civic life. And maybe more pernicious is the fact that people just aren't involved. They get cynical and they give up. And as a consequence, we have some of the lowest voting rates of any advanced democracy, and low participation rates then translate into a further gap between who's governing us and what we believe. The only folks who are going to be able to solve that problem are going to be young people, the next generation. As you can see, we have an extraordinary group here. I think a lot of us who have been in politics for a while do see a change from 20 years ago, certainly 30 years ago, where it used to be everybody kind of had the same information, and we had different opinions about it, but there was a common baseline of facts, and that the internet in some ways has accelerated this sense of people having entirely separate conversations. So I think it's important for those who support, as I do, immigration reform and pathways to citizenship for folks who are here, not to assume that everybody who has trouble with the current immigration system is automatically racist. That's an example of us being able to listen. First of all, with respect to failure, it's terrible, but necessary. If you are going to try something hard, if you're putting yourself out there in some way, there are going to be times where you screw up or you don't succeed. That was probably the sole time in my political career where I think I ran more just because it was the next thing, rather than running because I had a good theory of what it is that I wanted to do. And this is a mistake I think a lot of folks who get into politics make. And so when I see White House interns or I talk to young people, I always tell them, worry less about what you want to be and worry more about what you want to do. As you grow up, you're going to learn and change and evolve in all kinds of ways. And that is healthy and normal, but the problem now is with the internet, that past is always there. One way to think about it is just to own it. Because, I mean, it is true that if you had pictures of everything I'd done when I was in high school, I probably wouldn't have been president of the United States. I would advise all of you to be a little more circumspect about your selfies and what you take pictures of. Just a suggestion.